Hey everyone, welcome back to Couch Conversations with Sasha Love. I'm your host, Sasha Love, and we are continuing on with our mini series about navigating through challenging times. And the topic that we'll talk about today is gratitude. I believe I've mentioned this before in prior videos, but I wanted to focus more on gratitude when everything is hitting the fan. Gratitude when you are in a storm. Gratitude when nothing seems to be going your way. Gratitude in a way that doesn't minimize or dismiss the realities of what you're going through. I think one of the biggest challenges I've had with gratitude during my difficult seasons is that I often felt people kept telling me to be grateful in a way that dismissed what I felt. Like, for example, I'm angry because I was disrespected and hurt by this person, and I'm told to be grateful. Or I'm going through a season where I'm actually really doubting if I'm even on the right path, and I'm told to be grateful. I'm hurting and I'm grieving the loss of a relationship I thought would last forever, and I'm told to be grateful. Now, let me be clear, there's nothing inherently wrong with being grateful. But I think it's important for us to understand that a heart of gratitude or a mindset focused on gratitude does not need to be something that dismisses how we feel or the realities of our experience. In other words, it's possible to fully be present in the heaviness of what we're going through, whether it's tragedy, whether it's pain, loss, grieving, and still have things to be grateful for. But what is not okay, or what may not be the healthiest thing to do, is to force yourself to be grateful in a way to avoid facing and dealing with the emotions and the realities of what you are going through. One of the things that often gives me peace of mind is when I read the Bible and I observe how Jesus interacts with the people around him. And I see examples of Jesus full of energy, preaching and teaching. I also see examples of Jesus crying and angry. I also see examples, I think I've seen examples also of God being tired and weary. Absolutely. Yeah, I answered the question earlier. Absolutely, yes. I have seen examples of Jesus being tired and weary. And the reason why that gives me a sense of relief and a sense of peace is that it tells me that it's okay to have and experience emotions other than being happy all the time. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to have moments and seasons where you feel depressed and lonely. It's okay to have seasons where you are on cloud 9 and joyful. It's okay to have emotions. It's okay. And it's a part of us being human. So I just wanted to say that because that was something that I didn't hear often enough in my own experience. And I often felt very guilty, feeling upset, feeling sad, feeling confused, feeling conflicted when I would be met with people saying, just be grateful. So let me reiterate again, all your emotions, any emotion that you feel and experience is okay. We've been there, we've experienced it, we've gone through it. And it's okay to be present, to allow yourself to grieve and heal and process the way that you need to process. And as we'll talk about in the remainder of this video, I will also share tools of what it means to be grateful or to have gratitude during this time. So in this season of a very challenging season for me, the ways that I've been practicing gratitude is by focusing on things that I'm genuinely grateful for. For example, when I went on my walk today, I thought about Actually, I'll even give a better example. One of the things that I'm naturally grateful for is my family. I love knowing that if I'm in need of prayer, if I'm in need of someone to talk to, I simply need to send a text to my family group chat or call someone, and I know someone will either get back to me, call me, talk with me, and just offer a safe space to for me to be in. And the older I've gotten, the more years that I've been grateful to experience, the more I realize that having people like that is not always a guarantee in life. Having close friends and family who you can show up and just cry and know that they will hold you and they will listen to you, they will pray for you, they will support you, is a gift. And that is something that I feel I can genuinely be grateful for. So even on my hardest days, when I have a phone call from my mom or a phone call from one of my close friends and they listen to me or they hear it in my voice that, hey, you're not okay, I'm grateful for that. And I can say, God, thank you. Thank you that even though I may be hurting right now, even though I may be going through so many different challenges and I have so many questions for you, God, thank you for the fact that I have someone that I can call and lean on. Some days, the only thing I have the heart to say thank you for is for the food I'm eating. God, thank you for this good food. Thank you for the fact that I can chew, I can eat, I can enjoy this meal. Thank you for this rest. Thank you for this place to live in. Thank you for my car. One of the things I almost say nearly like on a regular basis, I won't say nearly every day, but not quite every day, but on a fairly regular basis is my car. And I have a cute little, 2010, nothing fancy, nothing crazy. But when I tell you, I look at that car and I say, God, thank you. Thank you for this car that takes me from point A to point B. I've driven in fancy Mercedes. I've driven in newer cars. I've driven in several different cars. I rent every now and then. And every time I come back to my car, I say thank you. I say thank you because this car, I've been through so much in it, and it's a reminder of all the things that I've experienced, all the things that I've gone through, all the things that God has carried me through. And I can genuinely say thank you. All of these are examples of things that I genuinely say thank you for. And you'll see that I emphasize the word genuinely because you have to believe it and you have to feel it. And when I say believe it and feel it, I'm not saying you're doing it because you want to or because you feel like you're in the mood to. So just to clarify that. But it's something that when you take a moment to step back, you're inclined to say, you know what, thank you for that. Something that you can naturally, genuinely be thankful for. So some practical tips during a difficult season to practice gratitude is to, first thing when you wake up in the morning, think of one thing that you can be honestly and sincerely grateful for. Not that listening to the voice of an elder saying you should be grateful for the house you have and the shoes on your feet. And if that's not something you're grateful for right now, then acknowledge that and say, you know what, I'm going to focus on being grateful that my car is still parked in the driveway. I'm grateful for that. And it's okay if you have a little bit of a sarcastic tone. It's okay if you feel some type of way, if you're feeling a little petty. But start off with thinking about something you're grateful for. And to take it to the next level, I encourage you to write it down, either in a journal or on a notepad or a sticky note, and keep tabs. Day by day by day. You can also take photos. Let's say you have your phone in hand. You say, you know what? I want to take a photo of something I'm grateful for. Let's say it's my laptop. Boom. Take a picture. Do that every single day, even on the days that you really don't feel like it. Because what you'll start to notice is that day after day, on day 15, on day 17, on day 30, on day 107, you'll notice a shift in your perspective. It may not solve all the answers you have, or all the answers to the questions that you have. It may not necessarily make all the problems go away. It may not make the pain any less painful, but you'll see a change in your perspective. You'll see the hope creep back in. You'll remind yourself that there's a God, that God exists, that you are not forgotten, that yes, you may be going through this season, but look around and see how provisions have been made for you. For you. I wish I could say hard times would never come. I wish I could say that there's a time where you'll never go through something horrible or something painful. But unfortunately, life is life. And there are things that we're going to go through that we may not enjoy. That, in fact, we won't enjoy. But in practicing this particular principle of gratitude, helps it become a habit that then grows and will have a dramatic impact on your perspective. It'll have a dramatic impact on your growth, on your healing. And before you know it, you'll be moving, you'll be talking, you'll be thinking just a little bit differently in a way that gives you hope, even through the chaos of a storm. So I know I said I would give you multiple tips, but I think that's a tip that I'll give you. Those are the 2 tips I'll give you. Number 1, be grateful for things. Express gratitude for something that you're genuinely grateful for. And number 2, find a way that's meaningful for you to keep tabs on the things that you're grateful for. Make a list. Take photos. Journal it in your journal or in a notepad or somewhere where you like to keep a record of notes. Because the more we focus on the things that we're grateful for, the more peace we have, the more we can invite joy, moments of joy into our hearts, the less that we allow the heaviness and the cloud and the pain to take over. And the more we will believe and have faith that even in a storm, there's someone who is always looking out for us. Always. And someone who's always willing to pour out unconditional love. So hopefully this is helpful for you. If it is, feel free to like, subscribe, and share, of course, and leave your comments and thoughts below. What is your experience with gratitude through a difficult season? What has been helpful and what hasn't been? I'll leave my information below in the caption, and it'll also be at the end of this video. So until next time, no matter what you're going through, I challenge you to be grateful for one thing, just one, each day. I hope to see you next week. Take care.
Pop your melanin, girlfriend, pop your melanin. Pop your melanin, girlfriend, pop your melanin. Girl, you black, and you beautiful.